great speaker. And for me, guys, one of the things that I really admire about him is his heart, no? His heart talaga. His passion, his heart, no? Talagang sincerity when it comes to serving. So aside from the lessons that he will be sharing with you, I want you to look at him. Yung talagang when you are listening to him, iba yung when you're looking at the trainer, di ba? And then you want to imitate, no? Para bang meron kang gustong i-model from the trainer in front of you. And I want you to look at his heart, no? Yung kanyang delivery, yung kanyang sincerity. That's one of the things that I really admire about him. Every time he speaks, every time I also learn from him, no? So every time we have our sessions together. So, let me read his background muna, guys, his profile. Mr. Danes Nestor Daniel Serrano is the CEO of Champions Alive Foundation Incorporated, an organization which is passionate about reaching the least and the lost and the last of the society, providing them an opportunity of growth and success through a holistic training process. He is a modificational platform speaker, very well known as Kuya Paz. He is an international master trainer and worked as a training and delivery manager, a language and communications coach, a subject matter expert, supervisor and customer service, and sales specialist in a BPO company for 11 years. His talks circle around in-depth personality development, jumpstart change, scholastic and teaching excellence, parenting, home improvement, and customer service, among others. The Executive Vice President of the Voice Masters League under Creative Voices Productions, doing voiceovers and dubbing services. Mamaya po maririnig nyo kung bakit isa sa mga officers, no, of Voice Masters League. Ayan. Also the training director of the Voice Masters League, providing voice acting, singing, and voiceover workshops around the country. He is a proud proficient of the Philippine Association of Professional Speakers, or PAPS. He is a Jollibee Outstanding Family Values Awardee for 2014, the founder of Jumpstarts Training and Development, and the current Chief Marketing Officer of Welllife. The Change Engineer, let's all welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Kuya Paz Danes Serrano.
Hello, 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 JB! And everybody else. And
Grabe.
John, Sir John,
By the way,
grabe.
By the way, guys, I want you to type in the chat box, happy birthday.
Ayun na, may nauna na.
Because, ladies and gentlemen, it's his birthday today, but he has his
Yes.
gift for us. Siya po yung may regalo sa atin. He will be the one to share tonight, no? So, I want you to just acknowledge him, guys. Siguro, bless
Wow.
him. Say your prayers, say your thank you, say your gift to our trainer tonight kasi it's his birthday po. So imagine, birthday niya, supposed to be resting, celebrating with his family, pero he's here tonight to share with you his lessons. I told you guys kanina, his heart po. And without further ado, Coach Danes, take it away, brother.
Yan, thank you, JB. It's just an honor to be here. I appreciate Sir John for this privilege, and lodi namin ng lahat. Professional speakers like myself would always need a professional standard to follow. Kami ni JB, John Calub is the standard you want to aspire. At by the way, namimiss kong bumabanat si Sir John ng ganyan. Hindi naluluma yan at meron mga handang mga bagong pabanat yan eh. Natutuwa talaga ako. Sobrang saya ko kanina habang nakikinig. Sabi ko nga, it will align exactly as how I wanted it to share. Although just a little bit of my flair on it, but I'm just so happy to hear it from him. A primer of what we're supposed to talk about tonight. And of course, JB, thank you for connecting me in this amazing success community. And I am excited to be sharing all of this to all of you tonight. And yes, I want to show you my heart, but I can also send you my GCash kung gusto nyo magbigay na regalo sa aking birthday ngayong araw na ito. Biro lang mo po, biro lang.
Galing,
No.
galing.
This is, baka may mga mag-send, wag po, no. But no, ito po ay para po sa inyo. I just really would like to be reminded that our birthdays and these moments where God has given us another chance to be alive and more years, and given more years, is to be of service to many people. I think I'm not being too spiritual here, but even Jesus Christ himself came to earth to be of service to people. Hindi po niya hinangad na maging sikat o maging pinakamagaling. Hinangad niyang maglingkod sa tao. And that's why I'm here. I'm gonna be giving this away for free. And JB, thank you so much for that wonderful introduction.
Thank you, brother, and we are very excited to learn from you. So, first part, brother, take your time, siguro a few minutes.
Sige.
And let me know if you want to go for a break, and then we will be playing a very special video for our success community and for our visitors for tonight. And then later, part 2 tayo of your talk. So guys, stay until the end because very special yung ating second part as well.
Wow, a wonderful program indeed. Thank you so much, JB. I'm just so happy to be part of this. And tonight, unlike any other nights of our lives as speakers, I'm going to be speaking on behalf of me and other speakers probably. Whenever we give talks like this when on talks like this now for free, yung libre talaga. It always ends up, di ba tama, JB? It always ends up with an upsell or maybe a boost for ourselves, or maybe, you know what, you need to buy my products or services or anything like that. And please don't judge us about that because, quite frankly, we all need money. Sino, taas ang kamay dyan na magsabi, hindi ko kailangan ng pera. Lahat po tayo nangangailangan po niya. Tama po ba? We need that, and we earn from connections like that. When we build connections with other people, we give some free talks, and then we give them an upsell for anything. But tonight, JB, Sir John, and everybody else, but tonight, I am doing this differently. I am absolutely sparing you from all that expectation, and because at the end of this talk, I will not be asking anything from you, nor even lead you to another big talk or a master class coming from me. No, not today. I'm just literally want to speak from my heart. I simply would like to share this all to you without bells and whistles, and no special requests, except probably a request from all of you guys for your undivided attention, a ready mind and heart, and probably a pen and paper to go with it. Wala rin po akong PowerPoint. I want to have a connection with all of you guys na talagang tayo lang magkakakitaan tayo, wala kayong titignan na PowerPoint because sometimes nawawala yung power ng point kapag may PowerPoint. So, this time I'm here for you and I just want to share this na gusto ko po makinig po kayong lahat. Can we do that? Alright, sige. And I just want to start off by reminding us with a song of Joey McIntyre called Stay the Same. I'm not sure if you're familiar with that song, but kung hindi nyo na naalala because it's more of a 1990s song. So, yan, tulad yan, 36 years old na tayo, so siguro tumatanda na talaga tayo, JB. Dati hindi ko sinasabi to yung mga, kung naalala nyo yung kantang ito nung mga ganitong panahon, ngayon ko na-realize parang wow, nagsasabi na rin pala tayo ng mga bagay na sinasabi natin nung bata pa tayo. But this is just to remind you of this classic. If you want me to sing for you all, if that's okay. Comment naman kayo ng sample kung gusto nyong awitin ko yung part na yun.
Sample. Guys, malalaman nyo na kung bakit siya
Ayan,
isa sa mga officers, di ba, ng Voice Masters.
Ayan, sige. Sample. Nakalagay, meron pa nakalagay sampla. Ayan. Na tayo po pa. Sobrang excited. But I just want to sing this part. Just a little bit of that part. Maybe just the chorus part. Sabi doon, don't you ever wish you were someone else? You were meant to be the way you are exactly. Don't you ever say you don't like the way you are. When you learn to love yourself, you're better off by far. In this part. And I hope you always stay the same. 'Cause I'm nothing but you, I would change. Something like that. You remember that song? That is a good song. I love that song. I love the melody. Salamat sa mga clap. Salamat sa inyong mga comments. I love the melody. I usually sing that for competitions and all that when I was still young. But the message, though, Thank you, Valerian. Thank you, Michael. Gary Valenciano, ikaw ba yan? Hindi, si Gary Valenciano po ganito. I remember so well the day that you came into my life. Yan ang Gary V. Ako po yung voice impersonator din. So, marami pa sa ibang pagkakataon. But maubusan tayo ng oras if you want me to do a sample. But, salamat sa mga comments. But that song, Stay the Same, I beg to disagree. No way that term stay the same should be true. Kaya nga sabi ko dun sa ating teaser, sa inyo pong nakita sa inyong FB page, that it's fake news when we say stay the same. Yung don't you ever change. Alam niyo po, kaya maraming magjojowa ang mga naghihiwalay. Kasi nag-i-expect na wag magbabago sa bawat isa. That is never true. Dapat nga po nagbabago tayo, nag-i-improve tayo, we become better. Marami mga nag-asawang naghihiwalay. Bakit? Kasi ang tingin nila, yung kagandahan at kaseksihan ng kanilang asawa o yung pagkamacho ng kanilang asawa ay hindi magbabago pagkatapos ng kasal. Well, guess what? Hindi po totoo yun. Di ba? It's not true. No? And there are some examples of reality why, these are some of the examples of why the stay the same is fake news. It's not true. Diba? And some of our Gen X people, may mga iba pang baby boomers, diba, na they still want to use typewriter even until today. O diba? And that kind of example is exactly what we're talking about. Kanina si Sir John, nag-explain siya about you cannot teach new tricks on old dog. Diba? Narinig na talaga natin yan eh. At maraming iba sa atin, lalo na yung mga nakakatanda, pasintabi po, ano po, talagang sobrang ayaw magbago sa mga bagay na nangyayari sa panahong ito. It's just so difficult. And there are some perks to it. Maybe there are really some things that are good about with what we do in the past, or we can maintain. But it's a thin line between staying consistent with things that are good and not changing overall. Because staying the same is fake news. Ladies and gentlemen, please remember this and take note. Success does not happen by chance. Does not happen by chance. It happens by change. It happens by change. And believe me tonight, I implore to you all to stop fighting the change. You need to change today and you need to keep changing. We need to be better. We need to transform. That's how it's supposed to be. And if things are around you does not change, you are in the middle of a situation where people around you or things around you does not change, well then, be the change you want to be. Be the change that you want to see. Whatever you want to see, whatever change you want to see around you, be that kind of change. Alam niyo ba, in my lifetime, I have heard many leaders saying statements like, oh guys, leader yan, no? Oh guys, let's stay consistent. But consistent on what? Consistent on the same things that we do all the time? Oh, another statement, guys, focus lang tayo, ha? We need to stay on track. But focus where? Right? Sometimes these statements are very vague. I'm not saying it's bad, but sometimes it's a little too open. It's very vague that it leaves members or people or constituents or even mga anak, no, dumbfounded. Wouldn't it be better if we encourage everyone or encourage our people to be consistent, but to be consistently changing? Okay naman maging consistent, but it should be consistently growing. It would be better probably if we encourage them to focus on what? Transforming, on becoming better than who they are now, because we all can become something better. And I promise you, I want you to be reminded, there is no cookie cutter for business or for even success. There is no cookie cutter for business and success. And even in the network marketing business, there is a limit on the term duplication. I'm sure you are familiar about that, and we've been doing that for quite some time. And even in other businesses, parang, oh, gayahin mo lang yung ginawa ko, okay na. That's true, but maybe not entirely. Because the truth is, you still got to add a little bit of your flair, something of your own, to make your own, to make it something unique. Because the truth is, iisa lang ang John Calub. We have been trying to probably reach out to become like him, but we can't. Di ba? Iisa lang yung ganyang gwapong mukha. Iisa lang ang isang JB Borromeo. Di ba? Iisa lang ang poging speaker tonight. Pagbigyan niyo na po ako, birthday ko po today. Hayaan niyo na lang po ako. Di ba? Iisa lang ikaw. Iisa lang si Antonio. Yung nagsabi, nothing happens without a decision to change. Diba? Sabi ni Dave, good evening. Yes, iisa lang ang Dave, iisa lang ang Minerva, iisa lang tayo. Christina Casa, isa ka lang, salamat sa bati mo. Di ba? So, but you got the point, everybody. You got the point. Change, we need to change. Change is something that needs to happen. And let me tell you this. Please listen to me, and I want you to go ahead and write this down if you can. Success is your skills, talents, and abilities plus the number of changes and improvements you produce in a lifetime. You can Google that. Dito mo lang maririnig yan. Di ba? I'm gonna say that again. Success is your skills, your talents, your abilities, plus the number of changes and improvements you produce in your lifetime. Kaya huwag matakot sa pagbabago. At kasama at akilap ng pagbabagong yan ay mga pagkakataong nagkakamali tayo. Where we make mistakes. This is all part of it. Okay? Because we are in a world that is changing and we therefore needs to change as well. So now that we have established that, thank you, JJ. Sabi niya, change depends on you. Absolutely. Okay? Now that we have established that, let's talk about the next important question. So, paano magbago? Diba? Or paano makapagpabago ng iba? If you're a leader right now, some of the difficulties that we have is like, paano ko babaguhin to? Kasi talagang tamad eh. Kung ikaw ay magulang, sometimes you see a child and like, anak mo na parang talagang hindi, wala turugista na talaga to, lasinggero na to, walang hiya talaga to, bastos to, wala na tong pag-asa. Diba? Paano ko ba pababaguhin ito? Parang wala na talaga. So, it's always a question of like, how are you gonna do it? Alam nyo ba, even leaders, diba? Madaling magsabi ng anak, magbago ka na ha? Diba? Or pwede kang yung leader, yung employer na magsabi sa employee, remember, I told you, kaya you need to change already. Anong sagot mo? Pag tinanong ka ng employer mo na ganyan, di ba? Ano sasabihin mo? Ay, opo. Siyempre, natural, mawala ka ng trabaho. Kung ikaw naman yung anak, pag sinabi ng tatay at nanay mo na, magbago ka na, ha? Anong sagot natin? Opo, tay. Opo, nay. Because, marahil, dahil takot. We just need to say it, but the truth is in the back of our minds. Tama ba ako? Agree with me? In the back of our minds, the true question is like, pero paano ako magbabago? Ano nga gagawin ko? Ito yung kulang sa maraming mga leaders na nagsasabing magbago kayo, but we don't teach them how to really change. Probably you give them all the necessary tools, etc., but you don't give them steps on how to really change. But ladies and gentlemen, salamat sa Diyos, nandito kayo ngayon. And if you're listening, I'll be sharing some truths, sharing to you probably a milestone on change development, because this is exactly what you probably need for this evening, this time of need, especially in this pandemic, di ba? Ang hirap mag-adjust, lalo sa pandemic or pandemic, hindi ko alam. But still, hindi natin hawak ang gobyerno, hindi natin alam hawak ang kalusugan, ang mga bagay sa paligid natin, but we can take hold of our own decision to change. Sabi nga, change is coming, flagship ng ating presidente. Okay, but how? Paano nga ba magbabago? Change is coming, pero the change should happen now. Change should come today, tonight, this time that you're listening to this. Okay? So, the big question is, paano po? So, type nga ako sa chat, paano nga po, Kuya Pogi? Dali na, birthday ko naman, pagbigyan niyo na ako. Kuya Pogi, paano? Type niyo na sa chat box. Paano nga po ba? Paano po bang magbago? Di ba? That's the big question. So if you would allow me, paano po Kuya Pogi? Salamat po. Paano po Coach? Yung iba talaga ayaw ng Kuya Pogi. Coach na lang. Yan, salamat. Thank you. Salamat sa maraming Pogi. Pero mas tinitingnan ko yung word na paano. So napakaganda ng question ninyo. Sagutin po natin yan. Salamat Marge. Salamat PJ, Minerva. All of you guys. Let me share to you a perfect recipe on how to help someone or yourself change. The truth is connected yan sa isa't isa, because baka itong ituturo ko sa inyo, kailangan mo munang gawin sa sarili mo bago mo magawa sa iba. And the truth is, you probably have the need to do it for yourself first before you can go and reach out to other people as well. And this is just it's not a summary. I don't want to change everyone na parang kaunti lang ang time ko, hindi ko ito may share. But yes, I do workshops for this before. I mean, sobrang haba nito. But what I'm sharing to you is exactly the gist of how it's supposed to be. And the fact that you guys are into success, and I'm sure you're listening and you're intently, you have the intention of really becoming successful, pakinggan nyo maigi ito because ito na talaga yung mga pinaka-importante ng kabuuan ito. And I'm gonna share to you perfect recipe to help you, to help someone or yourself change. And it's very, very simple because it's just it starts with the first 4 letters of the alphabet. Okay, ano first letters of the alphabet? A, H, tama ba? Mali pala. A, B, C, and D. So, madaling tandaan. A, B, C, and D. Let's go ahead and start with the first one. Letter A. And take note, para po itong math. Bakit ko sinasabing parang math ito? You need to listen because yung una ay connected sa pangalawa. Pag hindi mo nagawa yung una, hindi mo magagawa yung pangalawa. Bakit ko sinabing parang math? Di ba? Nag-aaral muna tayo ng addition at subtraction. If you natawa ko na sa paano po magbago, happy birthday po. Saka paano po Kuya Pogi. If you don't know how to add, you cannot multiply. It's difficult to learn how to multiply. If you don't know how to subtract, you have requirement yan to learn how to do division. And if you learn how to do division, multiplication, that's where you go to algebra, trigonometry, calculus, and all of those advanced math na kinabaliwan namin noong unang panahon. Okay? So, which is very important, kaya makinig kayo sa simula because it's connected to each other. The first step, so pag sinabi kong first step, ito ay requirement. We cannot go to the next one. Okay, paano po gwapo sabi ni Danny? You cannot go to the next step if you don't go to the first one. Okay? So, Brother JB, ring ka lang ng bell sa akin sa chat kapag malapit na ako mag 30 minutes. So, letter A. Let's start with that. Letter A is acceptance. Hindi ko na ipapahula sa inyo. Sasabihin ko na agad. Letter A is acceptance. Nako, eto na. Bakit acceptance? I want you to be reminded. I want you to understand that you can never change something you do not accept first. Gusto natin magbago. Gusto natin baguhin yung taong yon. But if you don't accept it, it won't change. Let me give an example. Para kang, pag ikaw ay, yung isang tao hindi naniniwala sa sinasabi ko ngayon and don't accept and they don't believe that change starts with acceptance. Para kang isang tao na humarap sa salamin na alam mong marumi ang mukha mo, nakikita mo na sa salamin pero hindi mo linilinisan. Bakit mo hindi lilinisan? Because you expect and you believe, naniniwala ka na, hindi, talagang malinis ang mukha ko, hindi marumi ang mukha ko. Kung hindi mo tinatanggap na marumi ang mukha mo, hindi mo lilinisan yan. Kaya marami mga tao na ang tingin nila, ito yung paraan para maging successful, para maging magaling, para maging mabuti. They all believe that. They all think about it. But the truth is, maybe the reality is you're not. The reality is you're lacking. The reality is you're not good. The reality is things are not good around you. Life is not good. And you have the need. You have the need to accept that first. Ibig sabihin itong sinasabi ko, hindi ito simpleng basta accept lang. Walang sugarcoat. Pag sinabi nga accept, talagang, guys, kung talagang mahirap ka ngayon, parang ayaw mo na, makinig ka sa akin, tanggapin mo na muna mahirap ka talaga. Don't react, let's not jump. Huwag ka muna mag-isip na, hindi po, I need to have a positive mindset. Tigil ka muna. Sabi nga na iba, shut up. Shut up muna. It really starts with accepting the fact that you are who you are now. Diba? Yung anak mo, for example, let me give you an example. Kung ikaw ay magulang, gusto mong baguhin yung anak mo, the reason why it's so difficult to change your son, at hanggang ngayon, black sheep pa rin yan, balahura yan, at ayaw magbago ang buhay, because you keep on trying to feed him like, anak, dapat ikaw katulad ka ni ganito, bakit hindi ka man nagbabago? Dapat, sana, nagkaroon ako ng anak na magaling, na matalino, na matino. But you know what? If you want that kid to change, you have the need to start telling yourself and like saying to yourself and saying to him na, alam mo anak, talagang walang iya ka. Napakabastos mo anak. Pero mahal pa rin kita. Anak, alam mo, tanggap ko na ganyan ka. Let's not jump to conclusions. Kasi alam ko na iniisip ninyo, di ba Kuya Pas, dapat tinutulungan nga natin sila magbago. Darating tayo dyan mamaya, huwag kayong magmadali. Ang sinasabi ko, it begins with acceptance. Are you getting this? Diba? If you're getting this, type in the comment section, say, yes, I got it. It begins with accepting first. Kailangan iparamdam mo. For example, ikaw ay magulang, kailangan mo iparamdam mo dun sa anak mo that you accept him whatever happens. Kahit anong itsura niyan, tanggapin mo yan. Naintindihan po ba natin? You need to. It starts with that. And for yourself, ganun din. Gusto mo maging successful na businessman, tanggapin mo muna talagang wala kang alam sa business. Kasi pag tinanggap mo yan, saka tayo puproceed sa next steps mamaya. Saka kagugustuhin mong gumawa ng paraan kasi nga tanggap mo, mahina ka. Na wala kang alam sa business. Yung iba kasi, pumarag pa Sir John Calub, may message pa, tumawag pa. Sir John, I'm actually like this. Ang daming, actually as a coach, marami nagaganyan sa akin. Humihingi ng tulong, pero the way they talk to me, seemingly like they're so knowledgeable already. Ano namin yan ng mga coach eh. Yung mga humingi ng tulong, pero trip nila, ang gusto nila paramdam sa akin that they're already good, that they're socialite, that they're so galing, that so yaman. I don't care. You're asking help from you on how to change, so you better accept the fact that you lack knowledge. It begins with accepting first that you lack something. At alam nyo ba, kapag minsan kulang ka, ikaw ang binibigyan. Kapag tanggap na wala ka, ikaw ay magkakaroon. Kasi pag nagpanggap ka na meron ka, hindi ka nabibigyan. Di ba, uso pa naman sa mga Pilipino yung pag niyaya mo kumain, uy, tara, kain ka. Pag naganda tayo, pag may nakita ka dyan sa may tabi, sabi mo, tara, kain ka. Oh, ano gagawin ng Pinoy? Hindi, sige, mamaya na. Hindi, okay lang. Okay lang na okay lang. Kung gutom ka talagang naglalaway ka. Gutom ka na. Sabihin mo na lang, sige po, kakain po ako. Wala nang, dami pang, sige, okay lang, mauna na kayo. I remember that story, but it happens in one of our missions. Where it's ang nasa upuan, nasa pagkainan, Amerikano. Hey, come on, let's eat. Eh, di ba Pinoy yung mga tinawag? Yung mga nandun sa mga Pinoy na tinawag, sabi, yes, later on, yeah, it's okay, we're okay. And na-expect niya, ng mga Pinoy na yun, natatawagin silang uli. Eh, nagkataon, Amerikano yun eh. Yung mga Amerikano, hindi nagaganyan. Yung ating mga kaibigang banyaga. Hindi na nagyaya uli. So, buong hapon silang gutom. Dahil hindi na nagyaya uli. Diba? Tayo lang sa Pinoy yung ganyan, yung matatapos ka nalang kumain. Gusto, kain na kayo. Yung hanggang sa tinik na nga lang, kakain pa ba kayo? Hindi. Doon sanay tayo sa ganun eh. Diba? Ang dami pang pakipot. Talagang kung gutom ka, sabihin mo na lang gutom ka. Ang dami pang dami pang sabit-sabit. That is exactly what acceptance is all about. You lack something, that's it. Accept it. Nangingi ka ng tulong kay Sir John, sabihin mo talaga na wala ka talagang alam. Mabuti na maging honest ka. At hindi ko sinabi magsinungaling kayo na magpanggap kayong walang alam. Sabihin mo lang kung ano ang alam mo at tanggapin mo kung sino ka. Pati ang mukha mo, tanggapin mo na. Talagang ganyan yan kaitim. Ako nga, nag-Siargao. Tinan nyo to, nagbakasyon ako ng 2 linggo from Siargao. Oh, diba? Because of well-life. At eto, sunog ako. Kailangan, nagmug talaga ako. Tanggapin ko na lang. Kung mapayat ka talaga. Kung mataba ka. Let me give you an example here. Ito suturo ko sa inyo is in the sense of acceptance. Remember bullying? Do you know the secret para hindi ka mabully? Do you know the secret para hindi mabully ang mga anak mo? Or ikaw mismo? The secret for you not to be bullied is to bully yourself. You should be the first one to bully yourself. Maraming mga magulang ang sinasabi sa anak, pagdating mo sa school, anak, huwag mong payagan na ikaw ay nilalait. Pag sinabing, anak, malam ko mataba ka, pero pag sinabing, pag nagpapakilala ka, sabihin mo, mabait ka, matalino ka, you can sing. O, yun naman yung bata naman, pagpunta sa harapan, hello po, ako po si Danny Serrano. I'm a good singer, ako po yung mabait na anak, ako po yung masipag, may po sa painting, tapos sa likod, may sumisigaw, mataba, batchoy, nabulog. So, ano mangyari sa bata? It feels so bad. Bakit? Kasi nga, ang pagpapakilala mo sa sarili mo ay yung hindi pagtanggap sa sarili mo. Pero mali yun. Dapat turuan mo yung anak mong tanggapin kung sino siya. Di ba? Ibig sabihin yung pag nagpakilala ka, hello everyone, ako po si Danny Serrano, ako po ay nagtuturo ng Zumba. And it's really not effective for me, but I'm trying the best that I can. I also dance, and I'm so proud of this laman-laman here. I earned it. And all of you will be laughing, like how you're doing now. And people will be laughing. Good. Okay? So ngayon, pag may nagsabi sa'yo ng mataba, batchoy, so what? It doesn't matter anymore. Magpakilala ka kunyari, maitim ka, magpakilala kayo po, ako po si JB. Sorry JB, I'm JB Borromeo, and I sell glutathione. It works for my teeth. Alam naman ng tao na maitim ka. So ngayon, pag may nang-asar sa'yo, na, uy, maitim, sunog, nog, ano pa, tutong, alam ko na yun. Hindi ka ngayon mapipikon. At ang mga anak natin, naiiwasan yung parang laging insecurity because they don't accept themselves. And even for ourselves, that's the same thing we need to do. Tanggapin mo yan. Yang mukhang yan, wala nang ibang mukhang ganyan. Huwag ka na magkumpara. Yang ilong mo talagang ganyan yan. Kung malaki ang butas yan, pasalamat ka sa Diyos. Dahil lugi kaming lahat. Buti nga, walang kontador ang ilong. Kung may kontador ang hangin, nabigay ni Lord, pambira. Imagine mo, bawat hinga mo, 10 pesos, 15. Siguro nagko-control ka ng hininga mo para hindi mo maubos lahat ng hangin. 'Di ba? O, di ba? At yung malalaki ang ilong, lugi. O, pero libre. O, di tama-tama. Kung malaki ang ilong natin, pagpasalamat ka dahil mas marami ka na hihigop na hangin na biyaya. Di ba? Exactly, Dave. Di ba? Contentment for what you have. And that contentment cannot happen if you do not accept yourself. Madali kasing sabihin na, kontento na ako. Paano nga kontento eh? Di ba? Contented for what? I am contented to what I see. If I see that, I'm happy. I should be happy. And we should never be the same anyway. So don't compare yourself with other people. Acceptance is the key. Ganyan talaga yung ilong mo. At alam nyo ba, kahit ganyan yung ilong mo, kahit ganyan yung mata mo, there will always be that someone who would love you for who you are. There was always someone designed to love that. Kaya huwag ka maghanap ng hindi ka tatanggapin at mamahalin. Laging meron. Diba? You can never know. Kaya please, diba? Accept that. Acceptance is the key. You want to change, it begins with acceptance. You want to change someone, your employee, or your anak, or anybody, you need to make them feel first na walang sabit-sabit, walang sugarcoat, just really make them feel, anak, kahit loko-loko ka, tanggap kita. Mahal kita. I love you for who you are. I want you to be better, but the fact that I can see you now, I'm just so grateful that you are my kid. And I accept you. Yung employee mo, alam mo, I might not be understanding how lazy you are, but I probably would want to know more. But I understand that this is who you are. And let's go together. Let's do something else. Let's do something to become better. Hindi yung parang napaka-podo mo talaga. Agad-agad nandun ka agad sa una ko na kaya nasa letter D na kaagad. Ano yung D? Discipline. And discipline only changes people temporarily. And if you go directly to that, it would not change most of the things. It will only make them go back to where it began. Okay? But it begins with letter A, which is acceptance. Okay? So put in the comment section and say, I accept. I accept in the comment section. Alright? Now, letter B. And I think this is where I'm gonna go halfway through. Okay? Letter B. Thank you. Thank you, everybody. Salamat. Salamat. Letter B. You start accepting, the next thing is believing. Okay, you getting that? Like, okay, narinig ko nito, and I'm sure narinig na rin ito ng maraming beses. I've seen Sir John sharing a lot of things about this, and I agree with that. But I just want to go deeper into this, because when I say believe, I'm going to talk about something stronger than just the term belief. I want to go to the deeper storage of belief. And you know what that deeper storage of belief is? That's what we call faith. You know what faith means? Faith, Hebrews 11:1 says, faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. Ebidensya ng mga bagay na hindi natin nakikita. Hindi pa natin alam, pero pwede na nating paniwalaan. Tama? Now, yung anak mo right now, pasaway, loko-loko. May empleyado ka, lazy. Tanggap mo sa sarili mo na wala kang alam, mahina ka, palpak ka. Okay, good. Sige, tanggap mo yan, acceptance, di ba? Now, the next step is, you need to believe that you can become something better. What I'm talking about something better? The future. Diba? Katulad ng hangin, hindi natin nakikita, pero pininiwalaan natin. Ang Amerika, kung di mo pa napuntahan, okay, nakapunta na po ako doon, but if you meron pang hindi nakakapunta, I'm sure na kahit hindi pa ka nakapunta, you believe that there's America. You know that there's South Korea, you know that there's moon, although you saw the lunar eclipse last night. We don't see it, but we believe it, right? That's exactly what it is. Now, ang future. Nakikita ba natin? Hindi. But can we believe that? Absolutely. We can believe on that because it's something that is not happening yet, but by faith, we believe it. Now, diba? Same thing with my examples earlier. Okay? Anak na pasaway, na loko-loko, na tamad mag-aral, but can you believe that they can become something better? That's the next question. Okay? And this is manifested by what? By saying it. By making them feel it. Alam mo ba, yung kahit sabi mo sa anak mo, alam mo, anak, napakagaling mo, napakatalino mong bata. I remember my a story of one of our students or isang recipient namin sa Champions Alive Foundation po namin. who's like that, no? The parents never stop saying to that kid na parang alam mo na kung talino mo, ang galing-galing mo, kahit yung anak ko eh. Kasi alam niya yung anak, alam ng anak na hindi talaga siya matalino, hindi siya magaling. That's what he thought. But the parents never stop saying that you're good, na matalino ka, na magaling ka. Ito pa, nakakatawa, sa sobrang paniniwala niya sa sarili niyang magaling siya dahil sinasabi ng magulang niya sa kanya. Sa totoo lang, ang dami yung trophy sa bahay at mga tawag dito, maraming certificate, maraming medal, mga awards niya sa school. Diba? So sobrang galing niya, pinagawa niya lang lahat yun. Pinagawa niya lang lahat. Matalino talaga. Magaling. Diba? But the manifestation of the things that is of what the parents has been saying ay talagang nagmanifest tuloy sa kanya. Alam nyo ba, let me tell you this, no? Yung pagsasabi sa kanya na magaling siya, matalino siya, as he keep on saying it, even if it's something that is not yet happening, it's still in the future, manifested in his life. Manifested in his life. The truth is, nagkaroon ng great reveal. Kasi ang totoo, hindi talaga nag-aaral ng mabuti yung bata. Okay? E mamaya, tutuloy ko yung storyang yan. Diba? I'm gonna share it to you later on in connection to the letter C that we will be talking about. But before we go to the letter C, because the story is connected to that, I want you to understand that when you say believe, kailangan may manifestation din talaga. It starts with what you think. Sabi nga sa Mark 11:24, therefore whatsoever things you desire, when you pray and you believe that you have received them, you will have them. Proverbs 24:7 says, whatsoever a man thinketh in his heart, so is he. Pag inisip mo, gano'n na mangyayari sa'yo. This was the biblical basis of a lot of things that we've heard probably in some of the law of attraction and all of that. Maraming pinagkuhanan po yan, and we can see that in wonderful books, even in the Bible, it's already stated there that that's how it's supposed to be. Believe that you have received them. Sabi daw, maniwala ka, natanggap mo na para makuha mo. Rather than pray na sana matupad. Believe. You need to start saying that I am successful, I'm a millionaire, I'm good, I'm gonna be something better, I'll have a new house, a new car, all of that. You need to start believing that. And you can say it, think about it, you need to you can draw it, diba? You can have your own dream board. I think you've heard something like that before. You can write it all the time, daily. You could go and communicate it with your children. Alam niyo ba yung mga anak ko, sanay manalangin. Lahat sila. Kasama lagi sa prayer nila, Lord, thank you for a new house, a new car. But I don't have a new house yet. I have a new car. New house na lang ang kulang. Pero they keep on saying that, and guess what? It did happen. It's still happening because they keep on saying it in their prayers. And this is exactly what I'm telling you right now. Do the same thing. We need to believe. Why do people get poorer? Why do rich people get richer? Diba? Poor people, when they wake up in the morning, what do they think? What do they say? Ang hirap ng buhay, pangit ng bahay ko, wala na naman akong pera, ang pangit ng kama ko, ang pangit pa ng katabi ko, pati asawa na pagdiskitahan mo pa. Pangit ng mga anak ko, ang hirap na. Pag tinanong mo kamusta ka na, ayun, ang hirap-hirap talaga ng buhay. Guess what? That's exactly why they keep on becoming poor. They stay poor. But rich people, when they wake up in the morning, what do they think? They're just so happy. They get like 4 phones. They don't know what to choose. Okay? They have a wonderful house. Ang ganda ng I'm so rich. I'm blessed. I'm so happy. What car do I choose today? Diba? Oh, parang si Sir John pala yan. Diba? They think like that. And this is exactly why they keep on getting richer. They keep on being successful. You know why Sir John is doing these types of trainings and workshops, feeding you guys with all of these things? Because we need to keep on talking about success. We need to keep on talking about good things that are good, so that it manifests in your life when you do that. Diba? May connection yan eh. Diba? There's absolutely a connection to that. Alam nyo, muscles have memory. Remember that. Not only just thinking. Well, of course, your brain has muscles in it. Our body has muscles. But you need to build manifestation in your life. Kaya kailangan na-feel mo talaga yan. Every time when you wake up in the morning, do a Superman pose or Wonder Woman pose and say, I'm successful, I'm good, I'm happy. Diba? Pag tinanong ka, how are you today? Stop saying na, okay naman, katulad ng dati. Yun pa rin, mahirap pa rin ang buhay. Kaya ka hindi nagiging maayos ang buhay mo eh. Diba? So this time, pag tinanong ka, how are you today? What would you say? I'm better than yesterday. I am just better than yesterday. And guess what? As you keep on saying that, tomorrow will be a better day for you indeed. Okay? Believe. Okay, think. And when you think exaggeratedly. Wala naman nakakakontrol ng isip mo kaya pwede mong isipin yan. Yung say naman, siguro sa mga kamag-anak mo lang, kaibigan mo, kapamilya. Mahirap kasi pag nakasakay ka ng jeep. Di ba, Sir John, na parang bayad po ng mayaman, baka naman sumobrang yabang. Bayad po ng mayaman. Tapos sabi nung driver, binabalik ko yung pera kasi kulang. Di ba, nagyabang ka, kulang pa pala yung binayad mo. Hindi naman sa lahat ng pagkakataon sasabihin natin. Thank you, all is well, better than yesterday, sabi ni Jeje. Very true. Okay? But what I'm saying is, at least say it a lot of times on your prayers, sa hapagkainan, sa mga kaibigan at kapamilya mo. But thinking, you need to think exaggeratedly. And you need to show it. You need to show that you need to have that feeling that you are successful. But this comes after acceptance. Pakitandaan. Anggap mong mahina ka, what are you gonna do now? I need to believe that I can become something better. And that's where I start doing something. If I believe I'll be successful, I gotta do something based on what I accept. Tinanggap kong mahina ako, ngayon mag-aaral na ako. Tinanggap kong wala akong alam, kaya mag-aaral na ako. At maraming mga tao ang ganyan. Ang daming excuses. Hindi ko kasi ako marunong mag-Photoshop. Hindi ako magaling kasi maggamit ng computer. Diyos ko naman. Ako nga, graduate ako ng YT University. Kayo ba, hindi ba graduate ng YT University? Hindi pa yata kayo nag-aaral sa YT University. Saka sa G University. Ano yung YT University? YouTube University. G University. Google. Pambira. Editanay mo sa YouTube. Searching how to use Photoshop. How to use internet. O di matututo kung paano gumamit. How to use computer. Even how to fix computer. Andun lahat. Ang problema, anong hinahanap po? Puro K-pop. Puro mga issue, puro Tulfo ang pinapanood natin. I love Tulfo. I love Sir Rafi. Absolutely. Pero kung yun lang pinapanood mo palagi para makarinig ka na nag-aaway, diba, dun ka, makinig, go and get to the Success University and listen, watch, diba? And go ahead and learn, indulge yourself in learning. Walang excuses. Binibigay na nga sa atin. Minsan libre pa. Tulad nito. Get to the Success community and learn from that. Get mentors. Diba? Hire people like us. Get to learn more from these very people. Like these people that I see on my screen right now. I'm sure they're part of the executive committee. I can see Sir Antonio, Sir Jason, Bernardita, Ma'am Mary Ann. Come on. Sir John, of course. We have the need to learn from each other. And that begins when you accept who you are right now, your current state, and you also believe what you can become someday. At yung pinaniniwalaan mo, for example, gusto ko magkaroon ng sariling kotse. So to achieve that, kailangan ko matuto mag-drive. Di ba? I need to know how to do this so I can get a car. That process is now gonna happen because may dugtong na. You know where you are and you know what you want to become. Okay? For some other people, they might call it goal setting. But there's a lot more deeper sense in that. But just the bottom line is, you need to believe. What is your end goal? In this community that we have, what is your end goal? Ano talaga ang gusto mo? And if you don't have anything in mind, ang naiisip mo lang, yumaman ka. Anong kasing yaman? Diba? Gaano kalaki? You need to be very specific. Diba? At the end of the year, I will need to have what? 2 million, 3 million? Say it. Diba? Because the end justifies the means. If you don't have an ending, you will not do anything to achieve that ending. Diba? So magandang magkaroon ng goal. Magkaroon ng end goal. That's very, very true. Because knowing that will feed you and encourage you to do something to achieve that. Now, let us see. But I'm just holding on to JB. If I still have time for this, maybe I could put it in the next part. But I have the C and D to finalize it. But JB, how much time do I have?
You may want to take a break muna, brother.
Oh,
para,
good.
Yung ating audience then they can also take a dinner break. And ikaw din, brother, you may have to rest your voice konti. And also, syempre, we'll also be playing a very special presentation, guys, from Success Community. So while you are having your dinner, we can watch this presentation. And of course, si Coach Danet will be back after this presentation to, again, continue